We are going to start out today down on the belly. Today's class is going to be heart opening, opening across the chest, collarbones, in between the shoulder blades, really get into that space back behind the heart, tends to get tight, especially after we sleep a lot of times, kind of hunched over, and also a lot of times if you are like sitting at a desk all week. So we'll go ahead and start out down on the belly. You can start, I'm going to give you two options for how you start out here. Option one, kind of a little bit more restful, a little less active, is going to be just to make a pillow with your hands. So stack your palms on top of one another and take your forehead down to the backs of your hands. Option two is to take this a little more traditionally as Crocodile Pose, which is a little bit more active. You come up onto the elbows, grab onto the opposite elbows with your hands, adjust the height, and then you take your forehead down to the forearm. So Crocodile Pose, just a little bit more of a lift in the upper back. You want to make sure you don't feel any tenderness in your lower back as you lay here. And to do that, just to make this a little more active, protect your lower back by imagining as though you could reach your tailbone back and down in between your legs. And then as you do that, you'll feel a little lift in the lower belly. And then close your eyes, and we'll take just a few breaths here. So lying down on the belly, we can really get into that diaphragmatic breath, the diaphragmatic breathing. You can obviously feel gravity, the feeling of your lower ribs pressing down into the ground, into the earth beneath you. And so as you lay here, can you breathe into that space? Feel the breath coming in, filling up the lower belly as you inhale. And as you exhale, feeling the contraction at the sides of the waist. Taking just a couple more rounds of breath here. Okay. Nice. Okay, and then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and if you're up on your elbows in Crocodile Pose, you wanna come down and stack the palms. So you're making a little pillow with your palms, bring your forehead down onto the backs of the hands. And you're gonna come into a half frog pose on the right side. So you're gonna bring the right knee, bend the right knee, bring it out to the side, about to your hips level, so about in line with your hip, half frog pose here. Continue to imagine like you could lengthen your tailbone down and back in between the legs, so you have a scoop of the lower belly. And then from here, go ahead and take your right palm underneath your right shoulder and take your left arm out like a T. So take it out wide with your left palm pressing down. And you're gonna pin your left shoulder in towards the mat and start to roll onto your left side as you roll open to the right. Good. And then from here, bear with me guys, you're gonna bend your left knee and take your left knee to stack underneath your right. So it's like both knees are coming in towards your chest and you're rolling onto that left side, using the right palm as leverage to stack the right shoulder on top of the left. And breathe into the left side here. And then you can stay right here, or you can bring the right knee to point up towards the sky and plant your right foot down on the mat. So that's going to take this a little bit deeper in the shoulders and that opening across the chest. If you plant the right foot down and then you feel like maybe that was a mistake, no worries, just go back to having your knees stacked on top of one another. And then you can stay here, or again, if you feel like you have a little bit more space, then you can actually plant that left foot down on your mat as well so that both knees are pointing up towards the sky. So that's going to be a lot of pressure opening up the chest, opening up that left side of the chest. So really move sort of gingerly as you move into this, take your time. Another breath here, breathing into that left side. Good. If you have both knees lifted, everyone go ahead and extend that left leg. And then just slowly roll yourself back to center. Take your time as you come down. Reset at center, pillow with your hands. Bring your forehead to your hands, come down. Good. Now from here, we're gonna come into a Sphinx pose. You're gonna come up onto your forearms, have your shoulders right on top of your elbows. And again, lengthen your tailbone down and back in between the legs. Feel that lift of the lower belly. Good. From here, you're gonna press into the right palm. We're gonna thread the left arm through that right arm. So thread your left arm through with your left palm pointing up towards the sky. Bring your left shoulder down to the mat. Good. You're gonna slide the right knee up, so you're coming into that half frog pose again. So bringing the right knee in line with the right hip. Then we're gonna roll open into a twist. You're gonna roll onto the left side, open the right arm up like you're opening up like a book. Open the right arm all the way up as you roll onto that left side. Your gaze comes out over that right shoulder. So if this feels like too much for you in your lower back, which I know for me it does, you can bend your left knee again, as we did before, and stack both knees on top of one another. So bend that left knee, slide it underneath the right, so your knees are stacked like they're pulling in towards the chest. You can gaze out over that right shoulder, take another breath here. Good, and then slowly you're gonna start to extend that left leg out. Take your time, slide yourself all the way back to center. Reset for a moment, pillow with your hands. Before we come to the other side, just reset at center. Good, and to come into the left side, half frog pose on the left side. So bend the left knee, bring the left knee up so that it's in line with your left hip. Finding that half frog pose first. Good. And then you're gonna go ahead and take your left palm underneath your left shoulder, extend your right arm out like a T with the right palm pressing down. You're gonna pin the right shoulder in towards your mat, press into the left palm, and start to roll onto the right side as you stack your left shoulder on top of your right. Good. And then you're gonna bend that right knee so that it comes underneath the left knee, so both knees are coming in towards your chest. Again, breathing into that right side. You can choose to progress or you can choose to stay here. So you maybe stay right here, or maybe you point that left knee up towards the sky, plant the left foot down, back behind the right foot. You stay here, or maybe you also plant the right foot down and have both knees pointing up towards the sky. Again, take your time really as you progress. Breathe into that right side. Good, take one more breath here. Slowly release, make your way back to center, reset, pillow with your hands, stack the opposite palm on top, bring your forehead down to the back of your palms. Take a breath here, really breathe into the lower ribs. And then come on up into Sphinx Pose once again. So as you find yourself in Sphinx Pose, your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Press down into your forearms. Lengthen your tailbone down and back between your legs. Protect your lower back. Lift the lower belly. Good. Come into half frog pose on the left side. So bend your left knee so that it comes up in line with the left hip. This time you're going to thread the right arm through and underneath the left. So you press into that left palm. Right arm threads through with the right palm pointing up towards the sky. You bring the right outside of the right shoulder down to your mat. Good. And then you roll open into that open twist. Like you're opening the left arm up, like you're opening the pages of a book. Open it out wide and gaze out over that left shoulder. Again, if this is too much in your lower back, you want to go ahead and bend your right knee, take it underneath your left knee so that your knees are stacked, pulling in towards the chest. Good. Gazing out over that left shoulder. Take one more breath here. Good. To slowly come out, you can extend that bottom right leg. Slide yourself back to center. One breath at center just to reset. Pillow with your hands. Take the forehead down to the hands. Good. We're going to press ourselves back to a child's pose. So come right on back to child's pose. Take a breath or two in your child's pose. Good. And then from your child's pose, shift your shoulders forward out over your hands. So you're coming into a tabletop position, but then walk your palms forward about 2 inches from your hands. Take an inhale, drop your belly down, pull your chest forward through your hands, cow pose. Good. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, draw your navel in towards your spine, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Take any movement that feels good. Once you get to your down dog, alternate bending the knees or lifting the heels, just kind of feeling your way into the legs. Good. From down dog, take an inhale, round yourself forward, roll out to a plank, pull your chest forward through your hands. Good. Exhale, tap your knees down on your mat, take your time, lower all the way down onto your belly. As you come down, untuck your toes, press into the tops of the feet, inhale, baby cobra. Good. Exhale, press yourself right back through bent knees, all the way up, downward facing dog. Good. Take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and look forward. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften in. Press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. And exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Good, so if you're playing the playlist, again, it is Zoom 33. I will give you a moment to go ahead and press play if you want to do so. So Zoom 33. You can go ahead and press play if you're playing the playlist. Give you a moment there. Good. Really nice. And then once you get yourself set up, bring your big toes together, your heels slightly apart. We're going to take a few half Surya Namaskar A's. So as you inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. I'm going to face you guys for this. As you exhale, forward fold to get down up over your legs. Good. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin, soften in. Good, press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. And exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Good, again, just like that. Inhale, circle the arms, reaching up, gazing up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down, out over your legs. Good, inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften in. Press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach all the way up to come up to standing. Good, exhale, take your hands together at your heart. One more half sun A, just like that. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Good, exhale, forward fold, take it down, out over your legs. Good, inhale, half lift, you lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Good, inhale, reach the arms all the way up to come up to standing. And exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Good, from here, go ahead and step your feet so that they're hips width distance apart. And with your feet hips width distance apart, take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Good, as you exhale, forward fold, take it down, out over your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. One more half sun A, feet hips width distance. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. Exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Good, we switch it up this time. Take an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, take your arms back behind you and interlace your fingers. Bend your elbows, take an inhale, lift your chest, loop your shoulders back, a little bit of a back bend. As you exhale, bend your knees, bring your chest down to lay down on the tops of the thighs, let your arms come up overhead. Keep the interlace, take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine, reach your knuckles straight back, knees can stay bent. Exhale, forward fold, keep the interlace, arms move towards straight. Good, bend at your elbows, take your hands down to plant down on your mat. Take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, step your right foot back to a lunge, tap your right knee down on your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, low lunge. Exhale, cactus arms, bend your elbows out towards the sides. Good, reach the arms down, forward and up as you inhale. Exhale, take the arms back behind your back and interlace your fingers once again. Take an inhale, lift your chest, loop the shoulders back, a little bit of a back bend. As you exhale, you're gonna dive forward out over that front right knee. Press down into the right foot. Take a breath here, pause, inhale. Good, exhale, release your interlace, release your hands down to frame the front foot. Step it all the way back, downward facing dog. Good, take an inhale, round yourself forward, roll out to plank. As you exhale, chaturanga, knees lifted or down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, press yourself back through bent knees all the way up, downward facing dog. Good, from down dog, take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Good, exhale, float the right foot forward between the hands, lunge. Tap your left knee down on your mat. Take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, open twist, left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back in a diagonal. Good, take an inhale here. As you exhale, reach your left palm down to the mat. Take your right thumb into your right frontal hip crease. Tuck your back toes under and lift your left knee up off your mat. And then with your right thumb and the right frontal hip crease, draw the right outer hip back. Start to roll open towards the right, so you're rolling into a twist, and then reach that right arm up towards the sky. Placing your palm right where your gaze is. Take one more breath here, inhale. Good, exhale, release your hands down to frame your front foot. We're gonna press off the back toes, step up to the front of your mat, feet hips width distance apart. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften. Press into your feet, inhale, circle the arms, reach all the way up to come up to standing. And exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Good, other side, inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, take the arms back behind you, bend your elbows, interlace. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, chest down towards the tops of the thighs, arms come up overhead. Inhale, half lift, keep the interlace, reach your knuckles straight back, maybe legs move towards straight. Exhale, you fold forward, keep the interlace, fold out over your legs. Bend your elbows, take your palms down to the mat, take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, step your left foot back to a lunge, tap the left knee down. Good, inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus arms. Good, reach the arms down, forward and up as you inhale. Exhale, arms come back behind your back, interlace. Good, inhale, lift your chest, loop your shoulders back, little back bend. Exhale, you dive forward, press down into that right heel as you come forward. Good, hold here for a breath. Good, and then release your interlace, bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Step yourself all the way back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, round yourself forward, roll it out to plank. Exhale, your chaturanga, knees are lifted or down. Inhale, pressing through, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, float the left foot forward between the hands, lunge. Tap your right knee down on your mat. Take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, open twist, open up, right arm reaches forward, left arm back. Take an inhale here to pause. As you exhale, right palm comes down underneath the right shoulder. Bring your left thumb to your left frontal hip crease. Good, draw the hip back, tuck the back right toes under, lift your right knee up off your mat. Good, and then as you draw that left hip back, start to stack the left shoulder on top of the right and then float the left arm up towards the sky. Good, take one more breath here, inhale. Exhale, release the hands to frame your front foot. Press off your back toes, feet hips width distance apart, step up to the front of your mat, inhale, half lift, you lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it. Press into your feet, inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Okay, we'll cycle through that sequence one more time. Take an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, moving your breath with your movement. Exhale, take the arms back behind you, bend the elbows, interlace. Inhale, lift the chest, loop the shoulders back. Exhale, bend your knees, chest down to the tops of your thighs, arms come up overhead. Good, inhale, half lift, reach the knuckles back, lengthen. Exhale, fold, keep the interlace, move the legs towards straight. Bend at your elbows, release your hands down to the mat. Take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back to a lunge, tap your right knee down. Okay, take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, cactus arms, bend the elbows. Good, reach the arms down, forward and up as you inhale. Exhale, arms back behind your back, interlace. Inhale, lift your chest, loop the shoulders. Exhale, you dive forward. This time, option to tuck the back right toes under. Lift your right knee up off your mat, hovering here for a breath. Whether your knee is down or lifted, continue to lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Reach your knuckles back, one more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to frame your front foot. Step yourself all the way back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, round yourself forward, roll it up to plank. As you exhale, your chaturanga, knees are lifted or down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Always feel free to skip the chaturanga, stay in down dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, float the right foot forward between the hands, lunge. Tap your left knee down on your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, open twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Take an inhale here to pause. As you exhale, left palm comes down, right thumb to right frontal hip crease. Tuck the left toes under, lift your left knee up off your mat. Draw the right outer hip back as you stack your right shoulder on top of the left and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands down. Press off the back toes, feet hips width distance apart. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin. Press into your feet, inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. And exhale, your hands together at your heart. Last side, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms back behind your back, bend the elbows, interlace. Inhale, lift the chest, loop the shoulders back. Exhale, chest comes down to the tops of the thighs, bend your knees, arms come up overhead. Inhale, reach the knuckles back, pull the chest forward, half lift. Exhale again, you fold forward, maybe moving the legs towards straight. Bend at your elbows to release your interlace, hands plant down on your mat. Take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left foot steps back to a lunge, tap your left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, bend the elbows out towards the sides. Reach the arms down, forward and up as you inhale. Exhale, arms come back behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your chest, loop the shoulders back. Exhale, you dive forward, option to stay here, tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee up off your mat. Draw the right outer hip in wherever you are, lengthen forward through the crown of the head, reach your knuckles back, one more inhale. Exhale, release the hands down to frame the front foot, step all the way back, down dog. Feel free to choose to stay in down dog or inhale yourself forward out to plank. Exhale, you take the chaturanga if you so choose. Inhale, upward facing or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing, you lift your hips. Take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, float the left foot forward between the hands, lunge. Tap the back knee down on your mat. Inhale, you reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, open twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, right palm comes down, left palm to the left thumb to the left frontal hip crease. Tuck right toes under, lift your right knee up off your mat. And now use the thumb and the hip crease to draw the left hip back as you stack the left shoulder on top of your right. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. One more inhale here. Exhale, release, hands to frame your front foot. Press off your back toes, step it up to the front of your mat, feet hips width distance apart. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it. Press into your feet, inhale, circle the arms, reach all the way up to come up to standing. And exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Go ahead and step your feet to come together, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Palms pressed together at your heart, close your eyes, just take a couple breaths here. Check in with your breath, check in with the rhythm of your breathing. If you lost that slow, steady, even quality to your breath as we're moving at half a breath per pose there, can you smooth out the breath once again? Good. Good, and then go ahead and blink your eyes open. Take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, forward fold, dive it down, up over your legs. Okay, take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step yourself back to plank and lower your chaturanga or skip it straight to down dog, always your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, from down dog, take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Good, as you exhale, shift the shoulders forward out over your wrists and bring your right knee to your left elbow, so you're coming into a twist. Good, inhale again, shoot the right leg straight up and back. Exhale, right knee straight in towards your chest this time, float the right foot forward between the hands to a lunge. Put a little bend in your back knee, take an inhale, reach the arms up, crescent lunge. Good, as you exhale, we're gonna dive forward out over that front right thigh and reach your arms straight back, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. Good, inhale, reach the arms straight up towards the sky once again. Good, as you exhale, you're gonna dip that left knee down towards the mat, maybe just tap it slightly or even just do a hover. Good, inhale, press it straight back up. Exhale, bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Your choice, chaturanga or down dog. Cycling through the chaturanga if you so choose. You skip it and go straight to down dog if you don't need it. Good, we meet up in downward facing dog. Take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to right upper outer arm bone. Good, inhale, extend, shoot the leg straight back. Exhale, left knee in towards your chest, float the foot forward between the hands. Put a little bend in your back knee, take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Good, as you exhale, we're gonna pitch forward out over that front left thigh, reach your arms back, palms facing towards one another. Inhale again, straight back up to the sky. Exhale, you dip the right knee down towards your mat. Maybe you tap it, maybe just come to a hover. Press back through the right heel to lift the right knee. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Cycle through chaturanga or down dog, your choice. Skipping the chaturangas at any point if and when they're not serving you. Let's all meet up in downward facing dog. Once you make your way to down dog, take a nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. And open your mouth, exhale, side out. And take 3 nice deep breaths here and down dog. Tuning back into your breath, checking in. Seeing if in down dog you can feel the breath come in, fill up and expand the back body as you inhale. And then feel the contraction at the sides of the waist as you exhale. Good. From down dog, take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Good, exhale, float the right foot straight through between the hands to a lunge. Little bend in your back knee. Inhale, once again, reach the arms up, crescent. Exhale, you dive forward, reach the arms straight back, palms facing towards one another. Inhale again, reach the arms straight up towards the sky. Exhale, you're gonna tap the left knee down towards your mat. Inhale, press back through the left heel to lift the left knee. Exhale, hands down to frame the front foot. Step yourself straight back to down dog or cycle through your chaturanga. It is your choice. Either 2 breaths in down dog or you're cycling through chaturanga, up dog, meet up, and down dog. From down dog, take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Good, exhale, float the left foot forward between the hands. Put a little bend in your back knee. Inhale, crescent pose, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, you dive forward, reach the arms back, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. Good, inhale, reach the arms straight back up once again. Exhale, you tap that right knee down towards your mat. Press back through the right heel to lift the right knee. Try to really feel it in that right hip flexor. Exhale, hands come down. Your choice, cycle through chaturanga or you skip, go straight to downward facing dog. Everyone meet up in down dog and go ahead and tap your knees down on your mat. Come back into a child's pose. Take a few breaths here in child's pose. You can take your arms back by your sides. Let your palms face up. Let your shoulders round forward on your mat. You can rock your hips out a little bit from side to side. Rock your forehead out a little bit. Good. Take a few breaths here. Really nice, guys. Hi, Monica, Katie, Tracy, a few others joined. Reset. Feel the breath once again coming in, filling up, expanding that back body as you inhale. Contraction at the sides of the waist as you exhale. When you're ready, go ahead and make your way back up into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Good. From down dog, let's take an inhale, reach that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Good, exhale, once again, shift forward to the twist, right knee to left upper outer arm bone. Good, inhale, shoot the right leg straight up and back. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands, lunge. Ground and turn out your back heel. Press down into your feet. Inhale, take it up, warrior one. Good, let's take a few breaths here in warrior one, settling. Lengthen forward through that front right knee. Draw the right outer hip back as the left frontal hip point draws forward. Good. And then here too, just as we talked about when you're down on the belly, can you feel as though you're lengthening your tailbone down and back? Can you find a little lift at your lower belly? So your frontal hip points are lifting towards your lower ribs. Good, take another breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, take your arms back behind your back, interlace your fingers. Take an inhale, lift your chest, loop your shoulders back. Good, as you exhale, we dive forward, bring your right shoulder towards the inside of the right knee. So if you kind of come forward at a diagonal so that you could maybe get that right shoulder to come down to the right knee. And then once you get down, release your head and neck, let your gaze be back towards the wall behind you. Press into the outer edge of that back left foot and firm the right outer hip in. Good. Okay, take just one more breath here. Release your interlace as you come up. Take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Good, as you exhale, float your hands down to frame your front foot. We're gonna step it all the way back, downward facing dog. You get to down dog, one deep breath, nice deep inhale, fill up. Nice deep exhale, let it go. Good, from down dog, take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, shift forward, left knee to right upper outer arm bone. Good, inhale, extend, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee in towards your chest, shift forward, float the foot between the hands. Ground and turn out your back heel. Press into your feet, inhale, warrior one, reach it up. Good, pause here, take some time. Lengthening forward through that front left knee. You guys stay in, I'm gonna come out. Good, draw the left outer hip back. Right frontal hip point draws forward. Notice if you can relax your shoulders down a little bit more. Good, really nice. Beautiful. Finding that little lift in the lower abdomen, frontal hip points lifting towards your lower ribs. Good. Go ahead and take your arms back behind your back and interlace your fingers. Take an inhale, lift your chest, loop your shoulders back. As you exhale, dive it forward, bringing the left shoulder towards the inside of that left knee. And then as you come down, let your head and neck release so you're gazing back the wall behind you, not holding any tension in your neck. Continue to press firmly into that outer back right side of the foot. So keep the action in that outer back right foot. Good, really nice, guys. Beautiful. We'll come up, press down into your feet. As you release the interlace, take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Good, as you exhale, take your hands down to frame your front foot. Step it all the way back, downward facing dog. Once you get to down dog, take a breath all together. Nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. Nice deep exhale, let it go, smooth it out. From down dog, take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Good, as you exhale, float the right foot forward between the hands to a lunge. Ground and turn out the back heel, this time setting up for warrior two. So your front heel is in line with the back arch. Press into your feet, cartwheel the arms, take it up, warrior two on the right side. So take some time once again in your warrior two. Your right knee is tracking right over the ankle. You're drawing the right hip back, right sitting bone back, so it's directing back towards that left heel. Notice as you do that, this left frontal hip point actually comes forward slightly. That's okay. So we're more squaring off the shoulders, the rib cage, than we are actually squaring off the hips. Good, relax your shoulders down. Let your gaze soften out over the front fingertips. Beautiful. Good. From here, go ahead and press down into that right big toe mound. As you press down into the right big toe mound, lift up on the right kneecap to move the right leg towards straight. Coming into the triangle, swivel the right hip back, reach out, lengthen forward through your right fingertips. Take it down into triangle, Utthita Trikonasana on the right side. So if you have a block, palm can come down to the block at the outside of that right shin. Left arm is reaching up towards the sky. You can bring the hand to the floor, or if you do not have a block, again, you can just gently press that right palm into the right shin. But you want to be cautious not to hyperextend, not to overextend that right leg. Good. So really focus today, lots of different places of emphasis in this pose. Today, I want you to really focus on seeing if you can first lengthen your tailbone down and back. So that same action we've been doing all of class to protect your lower back. And then from there, soften your lower front ribs. And see if you can feel like you're leaning back into your shoulder blades. So as you lean back into the shoulder blades, imagine like there's a wall right behind you that you could lean back into, and let that guide your rotation more around towards the side. Good. Good. Bring your gaze down towards the front right foot if it's not already there. Press down into both feet. Take an inhale, come all the way up with a straight spine. Good, and then exhale, just spin yourself so you square off to face the side of your mat. A nice wide stance here. Have the outer edges of your feet running parallel with the sides of your mat. So for most of us, spin the toes so that they point in slightly. Take your hands to your hips. Take an inhale, lift your chest up and back, draw your elbows back, lift the kneecaps. As you exhale, forward fold, take it down out over your legs. As you come down, plant your palms down. And then start to walk your palms back in line with your feet. So as you fold here, you want to continue to keep the legs engaged. So for most of us, that means lifting the kneecaps. Continue to reach, slight lengthening of the tailbone down and back, not over tucking though. Want to try to avoid that. You want to begin to lengthen your forehead, so where the forehead meets the hairline, down towards the mat. Eventually, maybe there's a tuck of the chin, the crown of the head comes down. You want to really keep that length in the upper part of your spine. Good, and then press down into both feet. Start to walk your palms out so they're right underneath your chest. Pull your chest forward through your hands, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, press into your feet, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, draw yourself all the way up with a straight spine. Good, exhale, reach the arms out. And then from here, just go ahead and step yourself to the front of your mat. Press your palms together. You can close your eyes, take a beat, take a breath, a moment here, and just collect yourself. Good, and then go ahead and flick your eyes open. If they're closed, take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, take it down, dive out over your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant the palms down, step back to plank, cycle through chaturanga, or as always, you can skip it, go straight to down dog. Cycling through up dog. If you took the chaturanga, we all meet up in downward facing dog. From down dog, take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, float the left foot forward between the hands, ground and turn out the back heel, setting yourself up for warrior two, front heel in line with back arch. Cartwheel the arms, you take it up, warrior two. Good. I'm gonna come out, you guys stay, settle into your warrior two here. Good, so feel your shoulders right on top of your hips. As you lengthen forward through that left knee, keep the left knee tracking right over the ankle. Good, let your gaze soften out over the front fingertips. Good, really nice, guys. Take a few breaths here. So strong pose, right? Warrior two, really strong pose, but see if, is there anywhere where you can soften a little bit? Usually for most of us, that's the shoulders. Maybe your fingertips. Sometimes like the fingers get really intense. Can you just maybe relax the fingers a little bit? Wiggle out your jaw, check in if it's tense there. Good, really nice. Press into your left big toe mound. Start to lift up on the left kneecap to move the left leg towards straight. Coming into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach out through that left side. Take it down into triangle. Taking that left palm down wherever's accessible for you, to the floor, to a block, to your shin, whatever works. Good, so right arm is reaching up towards the sky. And we want that right palm to be just slightly inside of that right shoulder so that you can ensure the rotation is coming from the upper back as opposed to just kind of throwing that arm back. Good, now lengthen your tailbone back, relax your lower ribs, drop the lower ribs down, and now can you lean back in your shoulder blades? Really nice, find a little more rotation on that underneath left side. Good, like that looks really nice. Beautiful. Good, let's come up, press into your feet. Bring your gaze down towards the left foot if it's not already there. Inhale, make your way all the way up with a straight spine. And then exhale, go ahead and spin your toes so you square off towards the side of your mat. Good, nice wide stance once again. Outer edges of the feet running parallel with the sides of your mat, toes point in just slightly. Take your arms back behind your back this time and interlace your fingers. Keep a bend in the elbows to start as we've been doing. And then as you inhale, you loop the shoulders back, draw the heads of the arm bones back, reach your knuckles down towards the floor as you move the arms towards straight, little lift of the chest. As you exhale, take that length down with you, fold forward out over your legs. If there's anything going on in your lower back or hamstrings are tight, feel free to keep a bend in the knees as you fold forward. Let your arms come up overhead. Let your head and neck release so you're gazing behind you. Okay, take a couple deep breaths here. Good, and then from here, go ahead and release your interlaced hands. We're gonna take the palms down right underneath the chest. Take an inhale, lift your chest, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. This time we're gonna walk the palms forward. So you're coming into kind of an extended down dog pose here. So as you walk your palms forward, you wanna keep your hips pressing back so that your hips stay in line with your ankles. So you're finding that kind of inverted V position, but with a wide stance with your legs. So your sitting bones are still reaching up and back towards the sky. And then as you walk your palms forward, you can maybe kind of melt the heart down towards the mat. You can stretch through the shoulders, through the upper back. Good, and then go ahead and walk your palms back so that they're right underneath your chest. Take an inhale, lift your chest, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. Exhale, press into your feet, hands to your hips. Inhale, draw yourself all the way up with a straight spine. Good, exhale, reach the arms straight out. And then go ahead and step yourself to the front of your mat. Press your palms together, close your eyes, take a moment here. Arrive, collect yourself. Good, let's take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, forward fold, take it down, out over your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms down, step back to plank. We're gonna lower all the way down onto the belly so you can tap your knees down or keep them lifted. Take your time, make your way all the way down onto your belly. Good. And then once you come down, we're gonna come into Sphinx Pose. So go ahead and make your way into Sphinx Pose. So we've been here before. We're here at the very beginning of class. And as you have your shoulders right up over your wrists and your right up over your elbows, and your wrists are in line with your elbows. Press your palms down like you have good down dog hands here. Really spread your fingers. Once again, theme of the class, really imagine like you could lengthen that tailbone down and back in between your legs. As you do that, you feel that lift naturally at the lower belly. Keep that lift, that engagement of your low belly. And then you're gonna bend your left palm, take your left palm towards your right elbow. We're gonna reach back, you're gonna bend your right knee and reach the right arm back for the right foot. Good, so once you've got the right foot or right ankle, whatever is accessible, you're just gonna work kind of peeling that right heel in towards the right buttocks. Continue to lengthen your tailbone away from your lower back. Check in that you're not really sitting into that left side. You want to stay pressing down into the left forearm. Continue to lift up. If when you pull the heel in, it gets kind of crunchy, uncomfortable on the knee, then instead you can work resisting, so pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. So you're kind of pressing away instead. See if that feels better on your knee. Good. Take just one more breath here. And then slowly release. Let's come down in between sides. So bring it down, make a pillow with your hands, or you can spin one cheek to the side, or take your forehead down to your hands. Just take a breath here. Good. Then we'll go ahead and come back into Sphinx pose, making your way into Sphinx, setting yourself up. Elbows are right underneath the shoulders, press down into your forearms, lengthen the tailbone down and back between the legs. Good, and then bring your right palm in towards your left elbow. You're gonna bend your left knee and then reach the left hand back for the left foot or ankle. Good, and then you can stay here. You could work pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. That's gonna work more of the stretch, this kind of opening in that left shoulder. Or if it feels okay on your knee, you can start to work that left heel in towards the left buttocks. Good. Continue to keep lifted on that right side. So check in that your shoulder's not creeping up into your ear. You want to stay pressing down into that right palm. Good. Just one more breath here. And then let's slowly release. Make our way out. Bring your forehead to your hands. You can spin the opposite cheek to the side if you did so on the other side. Take a breath, come down. Good. And then from here, go ahead and square your forehead off towards the floor. You're going to come into upward facing bow. So you're going to bend both knees. And then you're going to reach back for your feet, your ankles, whatever is accessible for you. You're going to press the feet into the hands, press the hands into the feet. Once again, lengthen your tailbone. Imagine like you could lengthen down and back in between your legs, and then start to lift your chest, lift your legs, lift everything up off your mat. If it's not accessible for you to reach both feet, you can take half at a time here. So you can keep one leg extended, keep the other palm down underneath your shoulder, and lift one, and then you'll switch sides when we come up for the second round. So always options to modify. Take one more breath here. Exhale, release, take it down, forehead to your hands or spin one cheek to the side. Settle, let it go. We're gonna take just one more. So those of you who are taking half will take the other side. So again, if you're taking half, you will just bend the left knee, grab onto the left foot or ankle, and you can take your right palm right underneath your right shoulder. If you're taking both, you'll bend both knees, reach back, grab the outer edges of your feet or your ankles. Press your feet into your hands into your feet. Lift your chest, lift your thighs, lift everything up off the mat. Good. Keep the head and neck in line with your spine. So for most of us, that means gaze is down, but maybe just a couple feet out in front of you. Check in that you're still breathing. Tendency really to hold the breath in this pose. Take one more breath, inhale. Exhale, release. Take it down, forehead to your hands. Spin one cheek to the side. Take a breath here, settle. Good. And you can bend both knees. And you can kind of windshield wiper the feet out a few times from side to side. Just sort of release the low back a little bit. Good. And then go ahead and release your legs, extend them back down. Take your arms by your sides. Slide your palms so they're back in line with your lower ribs. Take an inhale, roll up to baby cobra. If you want to take an up dog from here, if you feel good after that movement, you can press yourself up into upward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale, everyone lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your down dog, nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. A nice deep exhale, let it go, let it out through the mouth. Good. And then go ahead and hop your way through onto your mat. Let's take some time to release some of those back bends now. So we're gonna make our way, first just start with your legs out in front of you. So take your legs, both legs out in front, Janu Shavasana. So we're gonna take both legs out in front and then go ahead and bend your right knee. Take the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Good. Good. And then take an inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, you're gonna fold forward out over that left leg. Okay, so as you fold forward, there's a little bit of a twist here, right? As that right side of the belly comes around and squares off out over that left leg. You can let the palms fall wherever they do. So the palms could be at the floor by your shin. They could be back by the knee. You could be grabbing onto the foot, whatever's accessible for you. You continue to lengthen the tip of your nose towards your big toe. And then eventually, maybe if it feels okay in your low back, you let your head and neck release. You can tuck your chin and fold in. Okay, take an inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. And exhale, take it all the way up. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch sides. So you can extend that right leg out in front of you and take the left foot, so the sole of the left foot to the inside of that right leg. And then reach both arms up towards the sky, square your collarbone, your chest off, out over that right leg. And then as you exhale, take it down, fold it forward, out over that right leg. Letting your hands fall wherever they may. Tip of the nose is coming towards the big toe. Okay, take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, make your way all the way up. Good. Then go ahead and take both legs out in front of you. You can kind of roll some of the flesh out of the way so that you can really feel your sitting bones rooted right down on your mat. If you have a blanket or something that you like to sit up on, if you tend to tuck under in your pelvis when you come to these seated poses, go ahead and do so. You can sit up on a blanket. Take an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, take a down forward fold out over your legs. You can grab onto the outer edges of the feet. Your hands can be resting at the sides of the shins or the knees, whatever's accessible for you. And as you fold forward here, really keep your feet active. So toes are pointing up towards the sky. Draw the outer edges of your feet back. Good. See if you can draw the outer edges of your feet back at a faster rate than your big toe. Okay, take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, make your way all the way back up to a seat. Good. We'll make our way right down onto our backs. So come on down onto your backs. You can hug the knees in towards the chest, rock it out a little bit from side to side. We'll come into a figure four on the right side. So cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And then bring that left knee in towards the chest. And once again, here, do try to keep that right foot active. So you're curling the right toes back towards the right kneecap. Good. So this pose is active right as we pull that left knee in towards the chest. But do try to keep the backs of your shoulders relaxed. Relax down on your mat. As active as it is, try to still find a little bit of surrender, a bit of release. Breathing into the sensation in that outer right hip. Okay. You can stay here, or if it feels good, option to interlace your hands back behind that left thigh and maybe extend that left leg up towards the sky. Flexing the foot as though you were standing on the ceiling. Okay, if you extended the left leg, go ahead and bend your left knee so that the heel comes in towards the left sit bone. And then everyone plant your left foot down on your mat. You're going to stay with the figure four, but just lift your hips, swivel them slightly over to the right. You're going to lower the outer edge of the left knee and plant the right foot down over to the left. So you're coming into a twist, just slightly modified here is kind of a figure four twist. So that right kneecap is still pointing up towards the sky and the right foot plants down. You can hold on to the right ankle with your left hand if that's accessible, and then maybe gaze out over that right shoulder. Good, and then take your time, slowly make your way back to center. You can go ahead and extend that right leg up towards the sky, roll out the ankle for a breath, take a moment there. Before you go ahead and come into the other side, plant the right foot down, cross the left ankle over the right side, pull that right knee in towards the chest, breathe here, be here. And keeping the backs of the shoulders relaxed down. Wiggle out the jaw, let go of any tension there. So again, it's an active pose, but seeing where you can soften. Seeing where there's tension, where you're holding, and where you can release that. If you extended the leg on the other side, you can go ahead and do so on this side, interlacing your hands back behind that right thigh, behind the right hamstring, extending the right leg up towards the sky, flexing the right foot as though you're standing on the ceiling. And then go ahead and bend your right knee if you extended it. Plant the right foot down on your mat, staying with that figure four, coming into a twist. Lift your hips, swivel them slightly over to the left. And then you lower the outer edge of the right knee over to the right, and you plant that left foot down on your mat. So the left knee is still pointing up towards the sky. For me, I like to grab onto that left ankle with my right hand, or you could even gently press the right palm into the inside of that left knee, pressing the left knee back and away from you. Gazing out over that left shoulder. Good, and then when you're ready, take your time, make your way back to center. If you want to hug the knees in towards the chest one last time, go ahead and do so. If you want to take a happy baby or any other final pose you need. When you're ready, make your way into Shavasana, your final pose. And as you come into Shavasana, you can go ahead and extend your legs out on your mat, extend your arms by your sides with the palms facing up, so there's nothing touching your fingertips. And let yourself take up space here, let your feet flop open, let your arms be as wide by your sides as feels comfortable. And once you make your way down onto your back, take a nice deep breath here. Fill up, inhale through your nose. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And with that exhale, feel the weight of your body release down into the mat, into the ground, the earth beneath you. And with each exhale, you let out from here on. See if you can let that exhale allow you to surrender into the ground, into the earth a little bit more. Scanning the body for any areas where tension remains. And seeing if you can release. Imagining like your bones were melting into a pool of liquid on the floor. Taking these few moments to just be here in stillness. Allowing any thoughts that come up to just pass by, to pass over you without diving in or creating a story. Just observing the activity of your mind as you lay here for these final few moments. And then without moving, take a nice deep inhale. Fill up through your nose. And then as you exhale, sigh it out. Feel the belly button fall towards the spine. And then slowly invite some movement back in. Wiggle out your toes, your fingertips. Maybe reach your arms out overhead. When you're ready, make your way to roll over onto your right side, bending your knees in as you roll over. And keeping your eyelids gently closed, take your time, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And as you find yourself in a seat, with your eyelids closed, take your palms together at your heart, tuck your chin, bow your head down, a moment here in gratitude for whatever comes to mind today. And then slowly blink your eyes open. Namaste.